Don't wanna close my eyes, I'm scared I'll miss too much. Don't wanna fall asleep, I'd rather fall in love. Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today we're gonna do Too Much by Justin Bieber. This one was a request. I'm gonna teach you how to play the piano part exactly as it sounds on the recording so you can accompany yourself while you sing. Let's do it. Okay, so let's start out with the chords for the intro, and that's going to be the same thing for the verse. I recommend getting the chords and lyrics chart. I put a link down in the description. That'll help you follow along and see where the chords line up with the words. So here's the chords, and we're in a fast 4/4 time. I'm going to be thinking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of those measures gets 4 counts. So we'll start off with that F sharp minor 7. I'm just going to show you both hands at the same time. Sounds like that. We've got a F sharp in the left hand, then a C sharp, also in the left hand, and then in the right hand, E and an A. Now I'm doing 5th finger, 1st finger, and then in the right hand I'm doing 1st finger and 4th finger. And the reason I've got some of these measures in parentheses is that you don't actually play the chord again, but it just rings out in that space as that time passes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to switch to this D add 2. The left hand's going to move that same shape down here and do a D and an A. The right hand can stay in the same spot. You're going to do your thumb on E again, and you're also going to do an F sharp with the 2nd finger. And if you're wondering to yourself, why is this a D add 2? If we take the left hand notes up an octave here, you can see that this is just like a regular D major chord, but we've added the 2nd. 1, 2. If there wasn't this middle note, it would be a D suspended 2nd, but we're just adding it to the regular triad. Anyway, you can see these two chords flow together really nicely. Your right hand just stays in the same spot. 2, 3, 4. And so here and throughout the song, there's not much rhythm going on. You're just playing the chords and holding them nice and long. So it's pretty chill and simple in that way. One thing that you can kind of add throughout where you hear it is, like, rather than just have every chord hit at the same time, you can kind of strum it a little bit. You notice that the piano on the recording does that a bit. And like I said, same thing for the verse. So let's just start the verse here. Maybe I stare too much, maybe not long enough. Funny how I forget to blink. But when you let down your hair, dancing like no one's there, I know I'm where I'm supposed to be. So there was just one little thing I added. In the second half of each verse, there's just this note that steps down in the right hand in the middle of the 2nd measure of the F sharp minor 7. It just steps down 3rd finger on a little G sharp there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, let's keep going. Next we've got the pre-chorus. The pacing of these chords gets a little quicker here. You'll notice that most of these chords only last for 1 measure, and the A and the E there only last for 2 counts each. So for this E chord, we're gonna do it just like that. The left hand's gonna do the 5ths, the E and the B. The right hand's gonna do a B and a G sharp. So just those 2 notes in the right hand. Then we've got this F sharp minor 7, just like we were doing it in the intro and verse. For the A, we're gonna move our hands up and it's gonna look just like that E did, same shape. We're gonna do A and E, and then right hand A and C sharp, back down to E, and then the D add 2 is just like we were doing it before. Then we get back up to that E and the F sharp minor 7. Then we've got this B minor. Now to do this, I'm gonna take my 2nd finger, which is kind of hovering over a B already naturally. I'm gonna put that down for the left hand note, just a single B, and then the right hand's gonna just come up a little bit and do an F sharp and a D. So it's gonna sound like that. Just gonna count through that whole pre-chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say I love you under my breath, more times than you can digest. Music every time I hear your name. Your head's laying right on my chest. Sun's up, but I still ain't got no rest. And you can probably hear it. It's gonna now transition into the chorus. Okay, so here's the chorus for the first 2 lines of the chorus. And the timing getting into the chorus is a little strange. You'll notice this B minor in parentheses, first 2 beats of the chorus. That's the B minor from the end of the pre-chorus. It's just still ringing out as the vocals for the chorus begin. So we're on that B minor. Then we've got a C sharp minor. That's the first time we've had that. The left hand's gonna move down here, gonna do a C sharp and a G sharp, and then the right hand is just gonna play only an E with the thumb. So that's the C sharp minor. You can see how that's really smooth to get back up to that D add 2 we've been doing. Thumb just stays there. Then we've also got this E add 4 chord. We're gonna do that just like the E that we were doing in the pre-chorus, but we're going to add the fourth interval. It's going to be an A there with the fourth finger. Just like that. Really nice sound. Then we've got the F sharp minor 7. So just notice how the last 3 chords we've been able to keep our thumb on that E. And no new chords in the next line. Here, I'm going to play through the first 2 lines of that chorus, and I'm going to start at the end of the pre-chorus just so we can do that kind of weird transition. So from the last 2 lines of the pre-chorus, your head's laying right on my chest, sun's up but I still ain't got no rest. Don't want to close my eyes, I'm scared I'll miss too much. Don't want to fall asleep, I'd rather fall in love. When I can't feel you, I feel out of touch. 2 seconds without you's like 2 months. Cool. Then we have this second half of this chorus, and the vocals do something really similar, but the pacing of the chords and the chords themselves are a little bit different. Starts out with that F sharp minor 7 in parentheses that's still ringing out from the end of the previous line. Don't want to close my eyes, I'm scared I'll miss too much. Go to that E add 4. Don't want to fall asleep, I'd rather fall in. So now we've got another D add 2, but notice there's a little asterisk on it because this chord is voiced differently this time. The right hand jumps a little higher. It's going to sound like this. Really cool. So I'm actually doing octaves in my left hand, so D and D, and then the right hand we're going to do an A, an E, and a F sharp. So notice it's a lot of the same notes that we were doing in the other one. We're just kind of spreading the chord out. If you can't do octaves with the left hand, you can just do a single low bass note. Now the next line, no new chords. We're doing an A, an E add 4, an F sharp minor 7. Again, the D add 2 is going to be this new way of doing it. And finally, we're going to land on a B minor. And this B minor is going to be voiced just slightly differently than how we did it at the end of the pre-chorus. The left hand's going to play the B. The right hand's going to play a D, an F sharp, and a B. So it's gonna sound like that. Let me play through that second half of that chorus just one more time. So we just did the F sharp minor 7. Don't wanna close my eyes, I'm scared I'll miss too much. Don't wanna fall asleep, I'd rather fall in love. 'Cause eternity with you ain't long enough. 2 seconds with you is like 2 months, and that's too much. All right, so after that, we've got a second verse. Same thing as the first verse, just different words. Once again, in the second half of that verse, we're gonna have that little step down on the G sharp, like, I still relive that second I met my biggest blessing. So it happens on beat 3 on the word big. Then we've got another pre-chorus and another chorus. It's the final chorus, and there's something a little bit different about this chorus. The first half is the exact same, and then the second half, the one we were just working on, there's 2 chords that are swapped out. For the second minor, instead of the E add 4, we've got a B sus4, and for the third measure, we've got an A add 2 over C sharp instead of that F sharp minor 7 that we had done before. This is what it's gonna sound like. Don't wanna close my eyes, I'm scared I'll miss too much. Don't wanna fall asleep, I'd rather fall in love. So to my ears, this is kind of the climax of the song. We're gonna do octaves here in the left hand just to give it a little bit more power. So that B sus4, we're gonna do the octaves here, the B and the E here. Again, if octaves is too big of a stretch, just pick one of the B's. For the A add 2 over C sharp, we're actually going to do the exact same thing in that right hand. The left hand just goes over to a C sharp. That's the slash C sharp part. Left hand on a C sharp bass note. And then that flows pretty nicely into the D octaves for the D add 2 chord we were doing. So that's the one with the asterisk, the higher voicing. And from there, it plays out exactly how the first chorus ended. 'Cause eternity with you ain't long enough. 2 seconds without you's like 2 months, and that's too much. And that is how the song ends. Short song. All right, thank you for watching. I'm gonna play the whole song now so you can see how all of those parts fit together. If you're not yet subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I put out more videos like this. Give the video a like and let me know in the comments what other songs you wanna hear next. Again, this one was a request. Okay, here's my version of Too Much. Maybe I stare too much, maybe not long enough. Funny how I forget to blink. But when you let down your hair, dancing like no one's there, I know I'm where I'm supposed to be. Say I love you under my breath, more times than you can digest. Music every time I hear your name. Your head's laying right on my chest. Sun's up and I still ain't got no rest. Don't wanna close my eyes, I'm scared I miss too much. Don't wanna fall asleep, I'd rather fall in love. When I can't feel you, I feel out of touch. 2 seconds without you's like 2 months. Don't wanna close my eyes, I'm scared I'll miss too much. Don't wanna fall asleep, I'd rather fall in love. 'Cause eternity with you ain't long enough. 2 seconds without you's like 2 months, and that's too much. Love the way you love your mom, take on all your friends' problems, still somehow stop the world for us. I still relive that second I met my biggest blessing. Prayed for you, look what God has done. Say I love you under my breath, more times than you can digest. Music every time I hear your name. Your head's laying right on my chest. Sun's up and I still ain't got no rest. Don't wanna close my eyes, I'm scared I'll miss too much. Don't wanna fall asleep, I'd rather fall in love. When I can't feel you, I feel out of touch. 2 seconds with you is like 2 months. Don't wanna close my eyes, I'm scared I'll miss too much. Don't wanna fall asleep, I'd rather fall in love. 'Cause eternity with you ain't long enough. 2 seconds without you's like 2 months, and that's too much.